Hello. So lately I've been thinking a lot about one word. The word is regret. And you know, the teenager slogan, live life with no regrets. The next day they end up with a hangover and a baby. But I think about the bigger picture of that. Regret in general. I mean, we've all seen those Disney movies. You know, the ones where the girl wants to go back in time and fix one thing. And then at the end, fixing that one thing changed everything. Well, that actually kind of got me thinking. It really could happen. That one moment when your parents have sex is why you are the way you are. If they would have waited another month or so, your face would look completely different. I'll let you determine if that's a good or bad thing. And your personality might be very different. In fact, you probably wouldn't have met your best friend the way you did. You would have completely different best friends even. Your life could be 100% different if your parents didn't have sex at the moment that they did. Their birth control didn't work, they didn't drink that night, etc. Here is an example. Hopefully it doesn't start some kind of political battle. Warning, this is just an example. I did not go back in history and look up details about this whatsoever. So don't argue with me on it. Everyone knows about the Holocaust, the time where Jews were burnt. Yeah. Well, you know, you might want to go back and change it. Because it really was sad that a lot of people died like that. But if you asked me if I wanted to go back and change it, I would say no. Not because I'm heartless, not because I'm cruel, just for the simple fact that I don't want anything to be completely different. Now what if there was a guy, a Jewish guy, call him Ralph, and Ralph was part of some kind of organization which wanted to help spread communism around. By the end of the war, he concluded that he would have enough money to go to America and try to spread communism throughout America. And this is an organization with a bunch of people. But they needed him, the leader, because he was the guy with the entire plan. And they did not have Skype then. Well, Ralph did not make it to America. I almost said Azkaban. Because he was taken to Azkaban. And there he died. He was taken on a train to a camp. Like Auschwitz. I don't know if I'm saying that right. And he was killed. And there we have it. That is why America does not have communism. Let's say that was part of the reason why we don't have communism. It's probably not, but you get my point. It would take just one careless, over-emotional person with a huge brain, because do we have time travel yet? Negative? No? Okay. Take just that one person to go back in time, make sure the Holocaust did not happen, for America to become a communist country, because therefore Ralph made it to America. And Ralph overpowered the government. Communist country. I honestly don't know that much about communism, but I know I like my freedom. Now, that was obviously made up, and I obviously don't know that much about how communism came about and stuff. That was just an example. Do not take me seriously. And okay, you might be saying, hey, communism, why not? I don't like my face. I don't like my friends. That's great. You want to go back and change things. But remember that one day when you told that waitress that you liked her necklace? Yeah, that waitress, she was depressed because nobody noticed her. And you did, and she decided not to go through with it. 20 years later, she cured cancer. So, wishing that your own life was different, it could change someone else's life completely. I would never go back and change anything. No matter what happens to you, you can learn something from it. Are you really willing to risk all of the good things you have in your life to change one bad thing? because I'm certainly not. I really like to overthink things, so yeah. I mean, I'm sure that wasn't obvious already.